0-1 pitch. Grayson gets the bunt down right back at the pitcher. He gives a look at second. Decides to go to first with it. Gets Grayson for out number 1, but he does his job and moves the runner up to second. It's a good small ball by the Pirates. He's going to bring up Dacian Griffiths, who had a big hit in the first inning last night against Wayne County. Line one down the left field line for a double. Scored a couple of runs for the Pirates to get them kicked off in the first game of the season. Good-looking fastball by Ludwig. Catches the outer half, 0-1. Nate Livingston on deck for the Pirates. Small lead at second. Dacian swings, hits one high and deep out in the left field. That's in the left center field gap. That ball's gone. Dacian Griffiths gets the long ball and opens up the scoring for the Pirates by a score of 2-0. He tried to challenge him with the fastball, and Dacian was up for the challenge, and he hit it a long ways. So 2-0 is your score, as me and Mason talked about. He's a guy that can hit about any fastball you throw at him, and you challenge him and you keep challenging, he will catch it. It's a great start for the Pirates. Played a little small ball to get E. Watson in scoring position. Dacian comes up, hits the long ball, gets a 2-0 lead. First pitch to Nate Livingston is a good bit outside, 1-0. Griffiths introduces himself to Ludwig. He will know who he is from here on out, I'm sure. So 2-0 your score. Just in the top half of the first. 1-1 count as that one missed. That one's way outside. Now 2-1.
Come, Nate.
As that ball swung on and fouled off over our head and towards the football complex, which is a nice football field, by the way. Great facility here at the Benedictine School.
Everybody better, Nate.
Swung on over the top of it and comes up empty. It's going to bring up N.J. Nance. And first pitch to Nance gets to the backstop as it was a little bit too far inside, 1-0. I believe he called that a strike. He did. 1-1's your count. Mason Parker will be here shortly. I believe he got caught up in traffic as well. And 1-2 is that one crosses just under the letters. But he got the call. Ludwig delivers. Nance wanted to go. They're going to check down towards the first base umpire. He says no, he didn't. Now we've evened things up. Actually, it's a 3-1 count. And there's a swing and a miss. He walked towards the dugout like he thought it was strike 3. So he wasn't the only one confused there. But it is a full count now to N.J. Nance. Trying to keep things going for the Pirates. And he gets a piece of that one. Fouls it straight back into the net. And we'll do it again, 3-2. Ludwig comes with the fastball. Nance hits a major league pop fly foul. And out of play down the right side. And I'm going to predict Nance, when he gets on one, we're going to have to watch it fly for a while before we figure out where it lands. He is all over the baseball right now. fastball right at the knees. Ludwig got the call, and that'll be out number 3 for the Pirates, but not before the Pirates come in and put up a 2-spot in the top half of the first. 2-0 your score here against Benedictine. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Play ball!
Woody Folsom Ford is always proud to support the Pirates. When it comes to financing, selection, service, and sales, the team at Woody Folsom Ford knows how to hit it out of the park. Round the bases to Woody Folsom Ford in Baxley and see for yourself.
Let's go!
New or pre-owned, bling or budget, big or small, Woody Folsom Ford has them all. And ask about the lifetime powertrain warranty. It all starts when you talk to Woody.
It's gone!
Go Pirates!
Trinity Electrical Services is proud to provide the absolute best in industrial and commercial lighting. Folks from all around trust Trinity. They set the industry standard in industrial and commercial contracting work, including sports field lighting and airfield construction. Give owner Chad Hutchinson a call today. 912-366-7773. Again, that number, 912-366-7773. Trinity Electrical Services, located at 2317 Golden House West, Suite 4 in Baxley.
Identify yourself.
WUFE
And W244CR.
Baxley.
I like them even better now.
The greatest hits of all time. The Big Wolf 96.7.
All right, welcome back. Going to the bottom half of the first. Pirates working with a 2-0 lead as they put up 2 in the top half. Quickly going to get you this Benedictine lineup. It's going to be McCoy leading things off. He's the shortstop for the Cadets. Ludwig, number 10, he'll be on the mound. He's the opposing pitcher in the 2 spot. Diamond behind the plate, he's in the 3 spot. Batting cleanup will be Conaway. He's over at third base. Fidelco, I hope I'm saying that right, is out in right field, batting 5th. Walker will be over at first base in the 6th spot. Murphy batting 7th. He's the DH for Muller, who will be out in left field. Gardner is the second baseman in the 8th spot, and Ross out in center field as the first pitch is hit on the ground towards Grayson Hall. He fields, throws over Higgins' head, and he's going to reach by way of an E6. It's like he just lost the handle on it, getting it out of his glove, and sailed it a little over Higgins' head. So Benedictine gets their leadoff runner on. The pitch swung on, fouled off, out of play. So 0-1 to Ludwig. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup here. Right-handed hitter. Pirates in their all-black jerseys, white pinstripes, red letters. Benedictine is in the maroon jerseys with the white pants, maroon helmets. Big swing and a miss as he pulled his head way out on that one. He was trying to tie it up with one swing. Comes up empty, 0-2 now. At the left-handed Walls. We did see him in Valdosta. Pitched well over there against the Wildcats. It's the second time we've seen him this year. 3-step lead at first by McCoy. Bouncing around, trying to get in Wall's head a little bit as a breaking ball got him to swing and miss, and that'll be out number 1. Had him fooled with that one. So big first out for Walls on the mound. And now the 3-hole hitter, Diamond, trying to get first names for you. We will get that as we can, as that one's fouled back straight over the backstop. And Walls jumps ahead 0-1 again. This is the first of 3 games in the tournament for the Pirates. We'll see Social Circle and Liberty tomorrow at 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. As there's a breaking ball in the dirt, bounces away. Runner hesitated. Here's a throw down to second. Just does get in time. And that was a great throw by Livingston from home. And as I said, the runner kind of hesitated, didn't know if he wanted to go, couldn't tell how far away it got from the catcher. And it almost cost him an out. So 1-1 the count. One out, runner out at second. He goes inside corner and misses 2-1. Walls from the stretch, 2-1 on the way. Same exact spot now, 3-1. What I do remember about Walls over in Valdosta, he was working very, very quickly. He slowed it down a little bit today. 3-1 pitch, swung on, hard hit, line drive out in the left field. E. Watson takes about 3 steps back and to his left and is able to make the play for out number 2. As that ball was very well hit, E. Watson got a good read and a good jump and was able to make the play for out number 2. The Pirates trying to preserve this 2-0 lead. Batter now, cleanup man Conaway, as Walls loses the handle on one upstairs, 1-0. And the pitch, good fastball just under the knees, inner half, got the call, 1-1. Just joining us, Pirates jumped out to a 2-0 lead by way of a Dason Griffiths long ball. One almost got him, backed him off the plate, 2-1. Now the wind wants to blow. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner still in scoring position out at second. That one swung on, popped up with a wind, keep it in play. Dason's going to give it a look, and it's tried to blow it back in. As I believe my partner has arrived.
We are in action as I ran into a wreck on Harry Truman Parkway, but it only got me by a few minutes, so we are here, and I was walking up, and I was curious how in the world we had an error if we were still hitting, but I can see now.
Oh, you missed the very long shot by Dason Griffiths to give us the 2-0 lead.
He was seeing it well last night, so it carried right on to today.
Triple deuces on the board and the pitch, and look out down the third base line. As there was a few kids standing out of the dugout there, and boy, he liked to clip one of them.
Very healthy youngin in the box here, as BC's always had a very good baseball program. Caden Wall's getting some quality innings here.
He is, and he looked well so far. And as that one crosses around the ankles, and it's going to run it to a full count. We got to be close to the airport here, as I've seen I don't know how many planes already.
Coming in and going out.
Yep.
I believe the hitter called time there.
Walls has really slowed his pace down compared to his first appearance against Valdosta.
Looks like they're having some communication issues.
We timed one of the innings, Bobby and I, and one of the innings when Caden was on the mound was 3 minutes.
That's a very fast pace. I don't care what you're doing, especially pitching.
Payoff pitch on the way as Conaway just did get a piece of it, fouls it back into the net.
As Wall's doing a great job of what I've seen so far, just a little bit, but doing a great job of mixing it up. It's lefty, high 70s, low 80s, just putting it in a cup, throwing to a spot, and Knows he got a good defense behind him.
And he misses low with that one, and it's going to be a walk to the cleanup man, Conaway.
That's one right there that gets you a little as a pitcher, Taft. It's a tough battle, and you don't want to lose it, but especially after you were heading the count, and then he fouls a few off, spoils some good pitches, ball or two. So now full count next time you look at the board, and you just have to tip your hat and have a short memory and move on.
Sudelko will be the batter as he swings over the top of a fastball, 0-1.
So first and second with 2 outs for the Cadets. Threatening here in the bottom half of the first. If you're just joining us, your Pirates jumped out to a very early 2-0 lead.
Runners going to third. Here's a throw down from Livingston, and it is a dime. And they got the safe call.
Wow. I know we are
livid.
We gotta be. Yep, I agree. We are at a bad angle to see that, and ultimately the umpire has the best angle there, as you hear the plane in the background once again.
And that's a good point. It is a tough angle from over here, and that's where we're at on the Pirate dugout.
The throw beating,
100%.
And I don't know if the tag didn't get applied as we thought it did, or he slid to the outside corner of the bag and Dyson was hugging the inside corner. But nonetheless, we thought he was out over here. Umpire said different, so first and third.
Conaway stayed put on that over at first. That's going to put him at the corners for the Cadets. That was a called strike.
So you still have that force out at second base available. You don't have to throw it across the diamond. 1-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first.
Goes inside, misses, 2-2.
Yeah, Nate Livingston threw a strike to third base.
Yeah, you couldn't walk down there and put it in his glove any better. Swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 3, and no damage done as the Cadets are going to leave them on the corners. And the Pirates are going to preserve the 2-0 lead, and we'll go into the top half of the second. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Looking for the perfect manufactured or modular home? Look no further. Introducing Uri's Home Center, your premier manufactured home dealer serving Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. At Uri's Home Center, we're committed to finding you the ideal manufactured or modular home that fits your lifestyle and budget. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a growing family, or looking to downsize, we have the home for you. Call us today, 912-240-0111, or visit us on the web at uris.com. That's YUREZZ.com. Promotional offers and availability may vary. See store for details.
You've reached Cody's cell phone. Please leave me a message after the beep and I'll call you back. Hey man, listen, I know your trailer's busted and you want to borrow mine, but I'm going to need it this weekend. So just do what I did. Go to Down to Earth Trailers in Baxley. Their parts showroom is huge. They will hook you up with everything you need to get your trailer up and running like brand new. They have a huge selection. They've been in business for over 20 years, so you know they're in it for the long haul. Give Down to Earth Trailers a call at 877-363-3007.
All right, welcome back. Going into the top half of the second. Pirates working with a 2-0 lead, looking to extend that lead. As we are here in Savannah, Georgia, facing the Benedictine Cadets Catholic Military School.
Cole Higgins leading things off as this guy does have a live fastball tap. When were you going to tell me that?
Is this the same pitcher? He does not look the same.
Number 10.
It is the same guy, and he must have found a Red Bull or something in the dugout because he's bringing it now.
He is. Pretty heavy fastball getting in on Cole Higgins quickly, and he's down 0-2.
And that one's going to miss upstairs, 1-2.
This young man's got a heavy fastball.
As he goes upstairs and gets the swing and the miss by Higgins. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
So right there we do see that was 4 straight fastballs. Sit on this fastball and hit it.
First pitch to J.E. Sykes. That's exactly what he does. Good play by the third baseman to pick up the short hop. Throws across in time for out number 2.
So 5-3 on the put out there, and 5 pitches, 2 outs. It's going to bring in the Pirate right fielder, Jack Carter.
So far been a much more efficient inning for Ludwig. Here comes Jack Carter. He's going to try to get down a bunt. Man, it's a good one. These pitcher's going to have to make a great play to get him. And he does. He throws a dart towards the first baseman, and he's able to get the third out of the inning. And that's a quick top half of the second, but the Pirates do still have a 2-0 lead. We'll go to the bottom half of the second. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
See Rents and Rents Insurance on South Main Street in Baxley or call 912-367-1479 for all your insurance needs. Let's go for a slice. Village Pizza in Baxley has the best pizza around. Everybody knows that, but did you know they've also got a variety of delicious cheese sticks, fresh sandwiches, and barbecue and hot wings? Why not treat yourself to the lunch buffet? It's chock full of just about everything your heart and stomach desires, and it's available from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. They've got a party room in the back, perfect for birthday parties and meetings. Village Pizza on North Main Street in Baxley, open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Give Village Pizza a call, 912-367-9851.
Center field. All right, welcome back. Bottom half of the second. 6, 7, 8 going to be a do-up here for the Cadets. Going to lead it off with Walker, followed by Murphy and then Gardner.
Very efficient inning. Very efficient half an inning there for the Cadets in the top half of the second.
Wall still on the mound. Is like he went breaking ball there. And Walker got out front, fouled it off down the third base line into the Cadet dugout. Walls delivers the 0-1. Swung over the top of it, 0-2.
Very good pitch from Caden Walls, living low in the zone, living outside. He knows that he's not going to overpower anybody, so he's pitching to a spot and pitching to contact.
0-2, tried to get him to chase outside. He did not. 1-2. And Walls is a guy that is very beneficial to this staff because we got a lot of right-handed arms. And he brings you that left-handed, just changes the view of the hitters.
He does, and especially coming in off of somebody, say, like a Colony Watson or Dayson, Jack Carter, several of our guys that do throw harder and have better velo. He's going to change the pace very quickly.
2-2 on the way. He goes breaking ball. Going to be hit off the hands. Grayson Hall's going to try to get to it. He's not able to. So Nance is going to have to just flip it into second, and that'll be a single for Walker. It's going to bring up the 7-hole hitter, Murphy.
So bottom half of the second, the Cadets are cooking again. Runner on first, nobody out.
Swing and a fly ball hit out towards right field. I cannot see it. I just see Carter giving it a go. And he makes the catch.
Didn't make the catch as the runner retreated back to first base.
He had to make a long run because he got out of my line of sight behind the dugout.
Went deep into the corner there. Going to bring in Garner, Cadet second baseman.
He's going to square around a bunt and fouls it straight back. Cadets trying to play a little small ball with one out.
They sure are trying to cut this lead in half right here as these Sand Gnats are trying to cut me in half.
hard ground ball hit over to Dason. He fields it, was going to go to second. I don't think he could get it out of his glove and has to go to first, and is able to get the second out of the inning. So, good play.
We were looking at a 5-4-3 around the horn right there, but on the transfer, Dason fumbled it a little in his glove and made the smart decision to go ahead and get the one at first. So instead of getting none, we do get one. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. Cadets do have a runner in scoring position at second base. It's going to bring in Ross.
Good fastball to start him off 0-1. You know, Mason, looking at this Cadet baseball team and their history, you could say last year was one of their down years, as they still went 22-11. But if you get into the years right previous to that,
where they've made deep runs in the playoffs,
as deep as you can make, as that one gets past Livingston, runner's going to be able to move up 90 feet into third base. You look at 2022, made a Final Four appearance, went 30-8. Won state in, 18? Runner-ups in 21. So this is a...
They've played the highest line of baseball, top-tier baseball that you can play in the state of Georgia when it comes to playoff baseball.
100%. And they've been from 4A to 3A to 2A back to 4A. As that one's fouled off and out of play.
Yeah, to give you a comparison, when I was in high school playing my senior year, they were AA. I remember when Bacon County was in the same region as they were. And now they're 4 or 5A?
Yeah. From 2018 to 2022, they lost 2 region games.
I don't care what region you play, and that's impressive. That's a great job by Nate Livingston of keeping that changeup in front of him by Caden Walls, saving a run. It's going to take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. Your Pirates still cling to a 2-0 lead via the Dason Griffiths long ball.
That one's fisted off out of play. And they'll keep things at 2-2. This is our second. Deuce is wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cadets do have a runner just 90 feet away. As that was a good-looking pitch. I'm not sure where it missed.
Had to be outside. May have stretched his zone a little, which is a good idea in the situation. I don't necessarily think he was trying to get it out, trying to catch the outside corner. So the 3-2 pitch
is grounded up the middle. Spike is not going to be able to make the play, and that's going to score the first run for the Cadets.
As I believe the ball caught him on a short hop, and he got caught in between backhanding it and forehanding it. And by the time it had hit, it shot past him. So an E4 there on Nolan Sykes, and the Cadets do cut this 2-run lead in half, and it is now 2-1. It's going to bring in Mueller. Oh, McCoy, my bad. So they're back to the top of the lineup here.
They are. As that one's right down the middle, 0-1.
Man, I wish some people would use these updated lineup cards.
I'm telling you, it does get very, very confusing. Great pickoff move over towards first, but not in time. If nothing else, you're going to keep him honest with that. And Mason, can you tell that we are near the ocean?
Oh, I can. The breeze and the sand gnats, and
they are here.
I assure you, I'm not that sweet, but they think I am.
As one bounces off the plate.
Another great job by Nate Livingston. As Walls has got to settle down here. No harm, no foul, but with that runner on first base, got his mind on other things than throwing strikes. And with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second, you just got to focus on the leadoff hitter, because if you do leave one over the plate, very capable of taking the lead here.
A fastball knee high, called for a strike, 1-2.
Pitcher's call right there.
It is. You want that call.
As if the umpire behind home plate's giving your pitcher that pitch for a called strike, it's a good day.
It could be a long night for you at the plate. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-1 your score. Pirates leading. Runner's on his way to second. Here comes the throw from Livingston. It's going to be a little down the first base line. And the runner's going to be safe. At the first base line side of the bag, I should say.
Yeah, the first base side of the bag. Towards right center, as N.J. Nance was doing a great job of coming in on the throw. Didn't allow the runner to move up to third base.
Two-two pitch. Hit off the end of the bat. Little cue shot foul. And Benedictine has made Walls throw a lot of pitches in this inning.
You're welcome. Also, there were 2.
We just had an amazing fan come bring us some no-nats. Boy, that come in clutch.
Yes, sir. Former Miss Pirate, Emil Walton with the no-naps. I will not forget that.
No, I will not. 2-2 on the way. That's going to get past Livingston. It just does hit the edge of his glove, and runner's going to move up, and he's just 90 feet away with the tie and run.
As that one will be ruled a passed ball on Livingston. One of the few you'll see. So still in a dangerous situation here. McCoy, the leadoff for the Cadets, has the tie and run 90 feet away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the bottom half of the second. And the Cadets have got on the board here. It is now 2-1 in favor of your Pirates.
And, man, that ball is smoked down the left field line, and it is fair. That's going to score 1. Let's see how far he'll get around the bags. He's going to have to pull in the second with a game-time double.
So a stand-up double for McCoy, and he looks the part, Taft.
He does.
As that's going to call for a visit by Coach Griffiths. See what the decision is here. He is on a short leash, and we are going to the bullpen.
I had to make a guess. I believe you'd see maybe Jared Dean in this situation.
I think that is who I saw warming up in the pen, but I'm not sure.
We'll see who we make the call to, and that is who it's going to be. So while he takes his warm-up pitches, we'll take a short break. Pirates all tied up again, 2-2. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Are you looking for compassionate primary care for you and your family? Someone who can be there for you 7 days a week as needed? Well, look no further than Healthy Community Center in Baxley, where Cheryl Cox and Nicole Lee, family nurse practitioners, provide primary care to patients in Baxley and surrounding areas. If you're looking for a change or for someone who will be there for you when you need them, not just when it's convenient, give us a call at 912-705-2273 and let us take care of you.
When should you call Lisa Pierce at the Lisa Pierce Agency in Baxley? If you drive this. If you fly this. If you ride this. Lisa Pierce is serious about protecting your business investments and toys. Stop and see Lisa Pierce at 395 West Parker Street in Baxley, or call her at 912-367-4100. She makes it personal.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service is Baxley's trusted auto repair shop. Their skilled and professional team is committed to getting you back on the road without breaking the bank. They do everything from oil changes and tire rotations to battery work and mechanic work. And they offer a 24-hour wrecker service. They even haul heavy equipment. Located on US 1 north of Baxley. Livingston's Garage, locally owned and operated. Give Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service a call today. 367-2459. That's 367-2459.
All right, welcome back. Top half of the third. 2-2 score now, as Benedictine in the bottom half of the second was able to put up a 2 spot. Had a big double there by our leadoff hitter, McCoy, who was able to tie it up.
Laced it down the left field line, similar to the double Jason Griffiths hit yesterday at home. And that's going to bring up The pitcher, Ludwig, is going to be the first cadet to face Jared Dean.
Livingston's going to come out and chat with Dean. Maybe a communications visit.
Make sure everything's squared away. Make sure Dean knows that he's got a runner on second base. And we are in the meat of their lineup. So 2, 3, 4. Ludwig steps in.
Runner still out at second, as that would be the run to take the lead for the Cadets. But we do have 2 outs, so Pirates trying to get out of it. And down in Valdosta, Dean came in a bases-loaded situation and only allowed 1 in a pretty tough spot. As that pitch is swung on and fouled straight back into the net.
Gets ahead of Ludwig there. That's a big thing, especially playing a very good baseball team. You want to get ahead early and often, as you hear him say. Great job by Dean there.
Oh, 1 pitch. It looked like he lost a curveball. Here comes a throw down to third. Kind of short hops Jason. He's going to be in there safely.
As Ludwig didn't move in the box.
He didn't.
And that ball just, by happenstance, fell right between his feet. So the go-ahead run now 90 feet away. Fastball misses down in the zone for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Ludwig, who's the first cadet to see Pirate Jared Dean. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second.
Fastball low in the zone, 3-1. Lots of 2s on the board. Pirates have 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. The Cadets have 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors.
And that pickle wasn't the best test.
Smells good to be a pickle, though.
It sure does. As that is ball 4. Fastball misses down in the zone. And that puts Ludwig on first. So the Cadets do have runners at the corners with 2 outs here. And we will see the catcher, Diamond. And he lined out to left field in his first at bat. So we would take another one of those, as that would get us out of this inning, and we'll see the top half of the third with a tie ball game. But yes, the Cadets are threatening big time here, as the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. Ludwig on first, McCoy on third. Diamond, the Cadet catcher, steps in.
Gotta wonder if Ludwig could be in motion here. Not on this pitch, as that one's going to miss low and away, 1-0.
So Dean having a difficult time finding the strike zone here, coming in out of the pen. 1-0 to Diamond. 2-2 is your score.
That was also, I thought, a little low, but we got the call, 1-1.
We did get the call there. We'll take it.
Yeah, if you're getting that call.
It is going to be a long night as a hitter. I don't care which team you're playing for.
1-1. That one's upstairs, letter high.
So it's going to run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike to the Cadet catcher, Diamond. As that is a baseball name if I've seen one.
Yes, it is.
And he's got that old school power hitting stance.
Low and away now, 3-1. He's in danger of walking another one here.
I'm trying to think. It's on the tip of my tongue. But his stance reminds me so much of somebody I used to watch all the time.
Professional?
Yes. So that real relaxed
Craig Biggio, who reminds me of.
Yep.
As that one's low and away, and that's going to load the bases up for the Cadets.
So 2 straight walks from Dean coming out of the bullpen, as Dason Griffiths is going to call time. And I agree with this. Just calm him down, reassure him that we are still well in this game, tie ball game, and he can get out of this inning without allowing another run. Just throw to contact, You got a great defense behind you. But first things first, we got to find the strike zone.
That's right. Make those strikes. If they earn it and they get hits, tip your cap and we'll go hit with them.
And you move on. A lot of baseball here left to play. It's Conaway, the third baseman, steps in.
Good-looking fastball right down Broadway, 0-1.
Belt-high fastball taken for a called strike. Grayson Hall still bouncing in and out, doing all the little things right there, making sure if the ball gets past Dean that he's unable to score from third.
0-1 pitch on the way. In the dirt, great stop by Livingston. And that for sure saved the run.
Definitely saved the run. You've got the leadoff hitter on third base, shortstop, very good wheels, very good athlete, who would have easily scored there.
2-2 your score, but Cadets threatening, bases loaded. Upstairs, 2-1.
Fastball. Almost got away from Dean there as Livingston had to go up above the batter's helmet to get it. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. The Cadets have tied the baseball game 2 apiece.
That one's also upstairs. And it'll be 3-1 now. So there's nowhere to put him.
There is not. A walk right here will give the lead back to the Cadets. That is something you do not want to do. And as a player and coach, you can't stand walks.
As that pitch is hit high out into right field, Jack Carter is going to have to drift back right on the warning track and is able to make the play for out number 3, and that's a big out. So Pirates limit the damage, and what could have been damage, I should say. Score still 2-2. We're going to get to the top half of the third. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Nothing beats that ride home after winning the big game, especially if you're riding home in your new ride from Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC. Woody's highly trained team has been coached to get you the most car for your money and the most money for your car. Let us go to bat for you. Whether you're looking for the latest, greatest, top-of-the-line sports car or a safe, sensible SUV to take the kids to and from the game, you'll find your perfect ride when you talk to Woody. Together, let's drive to Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC in Baxley.
If you're a Class A CDL holder with at least 2 years of experience, come on out and apply to Williams Brothers Trucking. WBT cares about the safety of their employees, and they want you as a part of their family. They offer great benefits, competitive pay, 401k, health care, and hauls that will have you back home every day. We look forward to working better together with you. Williams Brothers Trucking wants to wish the Appleton County Pirate baseball team good luck this season, and go Pirates.
Top half of the third coming up in a 2-2 ball game. As the Pirates are going to bring 9-1-2 to the plate. Ewaldson waits on deck. Nolan Sykes first at bat of the night. Going to be a good heavy fastball in there for a called strike. As Ludwig seems to have loosened up on the mound. As Sykes swings and hits a fly ball out into center field. Center fielder is able to drift over to his left and make the catch for out number 1. Colin got things started back in the top half of the first, where the Pirates were able to score their 2 runs. He lined a single into center field. And he has been hitting the ball very well early in the season. Fouled straight back into the net. 0-1. Just does miss outside. 1-1.
As I'm walking back up from the bathroom, I do hear a bagpipe going off in the background, and have to take a look over there, and it is a young man in front of the lacrosse team the Cadets have here, and that seems to be their walkout onto the field, and I can say that's a first for me here in South Georgetown.
I can't say that I've seen that either.
So 2-1 to the Pirate leadoff hitter, Ewaldson. singled in his first at bat.
Good fastball. He was able to catch a piece of it and foul it off, 2-2.
What did Nolan Sykes do?
Hopped out to the center fielder, or flew out.
So right here in Colin's favorite count.
And that one hits off the plate. Going to run things full.
3-2, and Colony Watson does as good of a job as anybody of choking up on that bat and just surviving with 2 strikes.
As he gets a piece of that one, is it going to stay fair or foul down the first base line? And it rolls foul.
So we'll do it again here. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Colony Watson.
As that was a bit of a defensive swing from Colin, and that speaks to exactly what you're saying. He just battles until he gets the pitch that he wants. And
he does. Very hard to strike out because he's got a different mentality than most in the box.
And he gets exactly what he wanted, and that one hits off the plate. And we're going to get a 1-out walk here.
Does it better than anybody on our team of drawing walks, working that pitch count. So we'll give the heart of our lineup an opportunity to do a little damage here.
They led the team in walks last year as well. Now Grayson Hall, as he walks on the way to second, here comes the throw in time for out number 2.
As that was a very quick pop time from the catcher, but it almost looked as if when Colony Watson went to slide in head first, he got stoved up by something. And instead of going straight into the bag, his momentum got stopped, and the short hop played along perfectly with that.
It did.
So after a little momentum, the Cadets do get it back and throw Colony Watson out, trying to steal second base.
A little behind the fastball there. 1-1's your count now. As Grayson played a little small ball earlier, as I said, got the sack bunt down, moved Colin up, and then Dayton was able to hit the long ball. Fouled straight back over the concession stand. 1-2.
So right here with Ludwig having a healthy fastball, you've got to be sitting fastball, and you do react breaking ball, fight it off.
He goes breaking ball, and he gets the call on the outer half. And that'll be out number 3. We're going to go to the bottom half of the third. All knotted up. 2-2 is your score. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
They take the pain out of propane. Sykes Propane in Baxley is here to take care of all your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Sykes Propane also sells Warming Trends fire pits, Peterson Real Fire gas logs, Renai water heaters, Generac generators, and True Flame grills and outdoor kitchens. Owners Daniel and Danny Sykes are looking forward to serving you soon. Sykes Propane, located at 2174 Hatch Parkway South in Baxley. Give them a call at 912-367-1151.
There are many ways to establish a working relationship with your bank. Let us help you find the perfect relationship here at Community Bank of Georgia. Our knowledgeable staff is committed to forming a relationship with each customer to provide a sense of unity to obtain the highest level of customer service. Whether you are opening a checking account for your children or opening your first business, experience relationship banking the way it used to be here at Community Bank of Georgia. Come see me, Perry White, or any of our courteous staff at Community Bank of Georgia at 700 West Parker Street in Baxley.
Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Bottom half of the third coming up. Where are we at in their lineup?
We are at 5, 6, 7. So Sudelko, Walker, and Murphy. Don't have the right fielder, the first baseman, and then the DH. As this is almost where they started that whole rally last inning. Pirates didn't have anything doing in the top half as we went 1, 2, 3. As it's safe to say, Ludwig is settling in pretty nicely.
He is. And I don't know that somebody told me that they thought he was either a North Carolina commit or he had an offer from him. So, I mean, he's got great stuff on the mound. And I don't know if that's baseball, football, or what, but great athlete.
I could see it. Fastball easily. Sitting around high 80s. I'd say he's running 90, 91 every now and then, too. Heavy fastball.
it looks even harder than probably what the radar gun reads, as that one's fouled back into the net. 0-1, Dean jumps ahead.
And as a hitter, those are the ones you hate. You're standing in the on-deck circle and thinking you've got it timed, but you step in the box and it seems to be 3 or 4 miles an hour faster. It gets on you very quick.
Not sure where that missed. 1-1. Must have been inside.
Looked to be a changeup from Dean. Has had some late tailing action on it towards the right-handed hitting Sudelko.
And this is what Dean looked like in Valdosta. That's a 1-2 count now. That one's right down the middle. As he kind of struggled to find the zone here when he first come in, but now he seems to be settling in a little. Goes breaking ball, tries to get him a chase, now 2-2.
Good 1-2 pitch there. I don't mind it one bit. Starts the breaking ball off in between the shins and the knees, and the ball ends in the dirt. Not a bad pitch. Good job from Sudelko.
Got him swinging on the fastball, and that'll be the first out of the inning, and that's big. That's the first time in this game that we hadn't let the leadoff runner get on.
And more times than not, if you do allow that leadoff runner to get on, it's going to be a long inning, and walks are another thing that bit us in the tail that last inning. Can't walk people.
That one's fouled out of play. Over towards the guys playing lacrosse.
As the little Boykin Spaniel is going to go sniff the baseball and look at it and try to figure out where it came from.
Yeah, he would probably retrieve it, but I'm not sure he knows where to take it.
There he goes. As that pitch misses down in the zone for ball one, he's going to even things up 1-1 here. Jared Dean striking Sudelko out to lead the inning off here.
Big swing, but a big miss, now 1-2.
Now tipped it right back into the glove of Nate Livingston, and one of the first times Dean's climbed the ladder there, and it worked out for him. I'd try it again.
Big, tall righty in the box, and he did, and he got the strikeout for out number 2.
And Jared Dean looks like he's finally settling in as well, as he came in a very tough spot in the last inning. Did what he could do, and he got a fresh start this inning, and we're seeing it.
Well, even though he struggled to find his own in that inning, he still found his way out of it.
He sure did, and what could have been very bad.
Ankle-high fastball, 1-0.
Murphy, the DH, jumps out in front here. 1 ball, no strikes. If you're just joining us, the score is still 2-2. Dason Griffiths, 2-run homer, top half of the first.
Righty-lefty matchup. Ground ball hit over towards Nolan Sykes, I believe. Throws it over in time for out number 3. And we're going to go to the top half of the 4th in a 2-2 ball game. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Getting only one fuel bill a month sure saves time and money, and that's just one of the many benefits since Murray Oil and Omaha Oil have teamed up. The combined businesses mean better pricing on most petroleum products. Be sure to fill up at the convenient key pumps just off South Main Street in Baxley, where all grades of fuel are available. And now when you need diesel, they make it easy to get your DEF fluid at the same time with their convenient DEF pump, only at Omaha Oil. Murray Oil and Omaha Oil, working together to better serve you.
Play ball! Woody Folsom Ford is always proud to support the Pirates. When it comes to financing, selection, service, and sales, the team at Woody Folsom Ford knows how to hit it out of the park. Round the bases to Woody Folsom Ford in Baxley and see for yourself.
Let's go!
New or pre-owned, bling or budget, big or small, Woody Folsom Ford has them all. And ask about the lifetime powertrain warranty. It all starts when you talk to Woody.
It's gone!
Go Pirates!
All right, welcome back, baseball fans. Top half of the 4th. We're still knotted up at 2 apiece. Pirates was able to score 2 runs in the top half of the 1st. Benedictine answered in the bottom half of the 2nd with 2 of their own. And we're going to go into this top half with Dason Griffiths leading things off.
3-4-5 for the Pirates. What you like to see here?
If you just joined us, Dason 1-for-1 on the night and had a 2-run home run to give the Pirates the lead. As that one's upstairs, 1-0.
Takes the first one he sees. Is anytime Dason's not chasing that high fastball, he's seeing it very well.
And he got a piece of that high fastball.
And I just got it out of my mouth. Should be 2-0, but nonetheless, we're...
If he didn't technically chase it, he got a piece of it.
He did. 1-1 as you count, as the Cadets do have a little action going on in the bullpen over there.
Goes inner half, and he gets the call. Dason leaned back, but
almost looked to be a changeup there on the inside corner as Dason is on top of the plate. So 1-2 as you count.
Set up outside, hit the mid, but he was too far out. 2-2 the count.
Very good pitch. If you're a pitcher, that's where you want to be. If you're a coach in the dugout, you're asking where in the world that pitch is. So 2-2 to Dason.
Lined in towards the 5-6 hole. Shortstop backhand, throws across the end time for out number 1. Good play.
Made a very hard play, looked very routine there as he ranged 2 to 3 steps into the 5-6 hole, backhanded that ball from Dason and threw a laser across the diamond for out number 1. That's going to bring in Pirate catcher Nate Livingston.
Umpire's been given that call there. Must have been a little inside, just under the knees. But Livingston ahead 1-0. He challenges him with the fastball again, fouled back into the net. 1-1, excuse me.
As Livingston's changed his stance up a little from last year, opened up a little. Hands are more at a stationary position.
NJ Nance waits on deck. Good breaking ball. Got to check down the first, see if he went.
He did. It was a good call. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I agree. He did cross the zone. 1-2, good bit outside now, 2-2.
Two and two to the Pirate catcher.
Went back to that breaking ball he got the check swing on.
He's got a sharper breaking ball than the one we saw last night from Rowan Blanton. And that one last night had us in shambles, Taff.
It did. Is that loopy? Just had a long break to it.
Almost don't want to wait on it. And then you see one on the other end of the spectrum today.
Went fastball outside, got Livingston to chase it, and that'll be out number 2.
That's going to bring up your Pirates center fielder, NJ Nance. What did he do in his first at-bat, Taff?
He struck out looking, but fouled several off, if I remember correctly. Had a good at-bat, quality at-bat.
I'd like to see him get going here.
So fastball catches the black 0-1. I made a prediction on Nance in that first at-bat. I said when he gets on one, I think it's going to take a while before we figure out where it lands. And that one almost got him. Had to duck up under it, 1-1.
Did. The breaking ball got away from Ludwig there. He let that one go a little further back than he wanted to. Going to even things up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th. Score's knotted at 2.
Well, he's got quick hands as he fouls that one back into the net.
He does. He's made an adjustment overnight as he was behind a fastball that was not near this good last night, and now he's on this one.
Good breaking ball. Got him to swing over the top of it, and that'll be out number 3. So nothing doing for the Pirates here in the top half of the 4th. Going to the bottom half, 2-2 your score. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, the Big Wolf.
Trinity Electrical Services is proud to provide the absolute best in industrial and commercial lighting. Folks from all around trust Trinity. They set the industry standard in industrial and commercial contracting work, including sports field lighting and airfield construction. Give owner Chad Hutchinson a call today. 912-366-7773. Again, that number, 912-366-7773. Trinity Electrical Services, located at 2317 Golden House West, Suite 4 in Baxley.
Looking for the perfect manufactured or modular home? Look no further. Introducing Uri's Home Center, your premier manufactured home dealer serving Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. At Uri's Home Center, we're committed to finding you the ideal manufactured or modular home that fits your lifestyle and budget. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a growing family, or looking to downsize, we have the home for you. Call us today, 912-240-0111, or visit us on the web at uris.com. That's YUREZZ.com. Promotional offers and availability may vary. See store for details.
Bottom half of the fifth, coming up. And the Cadets have due up here.
Looks as if they've got 8, 9, and 1 due up here. So these first two are big outs, as we've seen the damage the top part of this lineup can do. Going to bring in what looks to be Garner leading things off here.
Okay, I got the pitcher and the shortstop confused earlier, as that first pitch is swung on by Garner, hit out in the center field, and that takes about 5 or 6 steps in and is able to make the catch for out number 1. It is the shortstop going to North Carolina.
I can see that as well.
He made a great play a while ago.
He looks the part, laced one down the left field line, big-bodied individual. Probably going to lean more towards a third baseman at the college level, as that fastball is called for strike at the knees. This is Ross, the Cadet center fielder, is behind in the count 0-1, and Jared Dean looks good.
He does. That one's a little below the zone, now 1-1.
As this is a big out, I'd love to face McCoy with nobody on and 2 outs.
Oh, no doubt. Brushes him off the plate, now 2-1.
Two balls, 1 strike to the Cadet center fielder.
Great looking pitch there. Knee-high fastball, 2-2.
Umpire behind the plate's been pretty consistent. Pretty good.
He really has.
2-2.
He likes that lower half.
He does, and he's giving it consistently.
He challenges him upstairs there. Got a foul into the backstop. We'll do it again at 2-2.
Big out here. As that breaking ball is about 57 or 58 feet. Nate Livingston kicks it off of his chest and bounces out in front of home plate, and that's going to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th. Scores all knotted up at 2.
As that one caught him on the elbow guard, and that's exactly what that's for.
That it is you could easily hear that one.
So we're not going to get to see the bases empty with McCoy in the box,
as that would have been very nice.
As this is the kid with the North Carolina commitment. And as hard as he hit that ball down the left field line, it's not surprising.
No. Big young man, looks the part, checks all those boxes.
Looks more like a football player.
He does.
Misses outside with the first pitch. 1-0 your count. 2-2's the score still. Bottom half of the 4th here in Savannah.
Ross with a minimal lead over that first. See the inching further.
Upstairs, a pop throw behind the runner at first base, and it's going to get by Higgins and into right field. Runner's going to move up to second, and he's going to slam on the brake trap there.
So the snap throw from Nate Livingston short hops to first baseman Higgins. And that ball gets into right field. Runner is able to move up 90 feet, so the Cadets are officially threatening him again. 2-0 to the leadoff hitter, McCoy. Dangerous count with this young man. Because I don't know if do you want to take a chance here? 2-3 hasn't did a lot of damage. He goes breaking ball, and that one's going to get away from Livingston. Runner's going to move up just 90 feet away with one out. So now 3-0 to McCoy, who I would say is the best bat in their lineup.
That's fixing to say, I think this is a situation where you put him on here.
Great job. As I don't know if Coach Mercer and Coach Griffiths we were looking at the same thing or we were on the same wavelength, but it did appear so.
And they do come out the dugout and they put him on.
It's going to get us a pitching change here, and looks like we're going to have Nolan Sykes coming in to relieve Jared Dean.
And that's not shocking. It's going to be one of those things like we did in Valdosta, because we got 2 more games following tomorrow, and you can really put a strain on a staff if you don't manage it the right way. We talked about it last night in the postgame with Coach Griffiths. So you're going to see a multitude of pitchers today.
Then you've got this one tonight, 2 tomorrow, and then we're right back at it in Wayne County Monday night. So we're going to want to win that one. And if I had to guess, we're going to be throwing one of, if not both, Dason and Colin, as that would be roughly their spot in the rotation, and they'd be due up. You could possibly see them throwing tomorrow, a little simulated pin work, get 20 or 30 pitches in, make sure everything's tuned up and ready for Monday. But yeah, Nolan Sykes got on top of that one very good there. Freshman coming in and doing a little bit of everything, playing second base, play some third base, and this is one thing I did not know he did, is pitched.
I was fixing to say, I believe this will be your first time seeing him. Who did we move to second?
Looks like Colony Walton is now at second base, and I'm trying to figure out what we are doing in left field.
Walls, more than likely. That's what we did last time. As soon as we figure it out, we will let you know.
It does look like that is Walls out there posted up beside NJ Nance.
So Nolan got his warm-up pitches in, and we're about ready to go. Ludwig is going to be the batter, the 2-hole hitter for the Cadets. And they are threatening with runners at the corners, 1 out, in a 2-2 ball game. As both teams got the run scoring early. As the Pirates put up 2 in the first, and the Cadets put up 2 in the bottom half of the second.
So it looks like the Cadet pitcher Ludwig's going to step in the box with a chance to help himself out right here, Taft. Put the Cadets up, give them their first lead of the ball game. Runners on first and third, only 1 out.
As that first pitch from Sykes is going to be in the dirt. Didn't get far enough away from Livingston for the runner to come home, but the runner from first did move up to second, and they got 2 in scoring position now on a 1-0 count.
So second and third, 1 out. Ludwig with a prime opportunity now to score 2 on single.
Going to miss outside there now, 2-0. Ball had a weird action. I guess it was a fastball.
He lets the ball go extremely late.
As that one's hit a little cue shot off the end of the bat. Only play is going to be at first, underhanded in time for out number 2. But a run does score in the process, as that worked almost like a bunt. And that's going to give the Cadets a 3-2 lead.
That will be their first lead of the ball game. And good job of Nolan Sykes coming in, pitching to contact. Ludwig did his job on the other side, got the run in as the Cadets have their first lead of the ball game. It is now 3-2, Benedictine.
Runner still 90 feet away as there's a line into center field. N.J. Nance dives and makes a great catch to get us out of the inning. If you hit it out there, you better hit it far enough away.
That is correct, as that ball is extremely hard to judge. I know most folks are like, that's a line drive right at him. Those are the hardest ones to catch as an outfielder. And that ball was scorched by Diamond there, but great play by N.J. Nance, and that will be the third out in the bottom of the fourth, and that's going to take us to the top half of the fifth. Benedictine does take the lead 3-2. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
You've reached Cody's cell phone. Please leave me a message after the beep and I'll call you back.
Hey man, listen, I know your trailer's busted and you want to borrow mine, but I'm going to need it this weekend. So just do what I did. Go to Down to Earth Trailers in Baxley. Their parts showroom is huge. They will hook you up with everything you need to get your trailer up and running like brand new. They have a huge selection. They've been in business for over 20 years, so you know they're in it for the long haul. Give Down to Earth Trailers a call at 877-363-3007.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
See Rinse and Rinse Insurance, South Main Street in Baxley, or call 912-367-1479 for all your insurance needs.
Identify yourself.
WUFE and W244CR. Baxley.
I like them even better now.
The greatest hits of all time. The Big Wolf 96.7.
All right, top half of the fifth coming right up. Benedictine was able to take the lead there in the bottom half of the fourth. It's now a 3-2 ball game. As the Pirates are going to bring up 6, 7, 8 here, I believe, Mason.
Yes, sir. Cole Higgins is going to lead things off for your Pirates, followed by John Evans Sykes, then Jack Carter.
A new pitcher on the mound. And do you have a first name on him by chance, or just?
I do not. Here, I can get one. Last name Windsor. He's wearing number 9.
Another righty for the Cadets. Submariner righty. I wouldn't say submarine, but he's definitely more sidearm than he is over the top.
He's definitely a sidewinder. T.J. Windsor is his name, as he gets ahead of Cole Higgins with a fastball catching outside corner.
And that's a belt high down the middle fastball, 0-2. As this is an angle that you do not see very often off the mound.
You don't, as I thought that pitch was a little up in the zone, but I guess the home plate umpire did not. Same pitch there, and Cole Higgins spoils that one. Fouls it right over the top of our heads.
And the way he comes, his fastball's almost got a breaking ball motion to it. It's got a little hump in it.
It does. I could be wrong. I think the last two pitches, two pitches before that one were actually more of a hook. But yes, he's not throwing anything straight at all. And coming from that angle, more times than not, they do not throw anything straight. So Cole Higgins down in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Facing T.J. Windsor. First inning of relief.
Miss outside with that pitch.
As he's been kind of all over the place. Threw 2 right down the pipe and then airmailed the catcher.
2-2 fisted out of play. And we'll do it again.
See if you recognize one of them assistant coach names right there, Taft.
Yeah, I think I do. As that ball's going to be hit high and deep into the left field, but the left fielder's going to be able to get over and make a play. That ball was hit a lot harder than I thought it was.
It was indeed, as Cole Higgins sat on the breaking ball from Windsor and ran it out to the warning track in left center field. Left fielder did a great job of tracking back and making the play for out number 1 here in the top half of the fifth. And what we were just discussing is John Evan Sykes steps in. Kyle Farmer is an assistant coach.
I got to wonder if it's the same one that I'm thinking of. Well, he's one. He was on the Minnesota Twins at one point.
And that's exactly right. That's the name I recognize. And also Stevie Powers right there. And if you go back to the Georgia Dome, as that fastball was swung through by John Evan Sykes, and he's now down 0-2. Stevie Powers made that amazing play as a wide receiver that you saw many times on ESPN. And the young man did play, I believe, football and baseball at the Division I level, or could have.
There's a fastball, gets J.E. looking.
And that pitch was right down Broadway.
Going to bring up Jack Carter. The Pirates have 2 outs and nobody on. Your score's 3-2. Benedictine still leading. Here in the top half of the 5th. I believe he goes back to the breaking ball there. 0-1. Got the call.
He does. Started that breaking ball at Jack's right hip, or Jack's left hip, I should say. But pitcher using the hip as a reference point and breaking it back in the front door.
This is low and away with that one. 1-1.
As the Pirates need to get something going here. We're creeping into the later innings, 5th, 6th, and the 7th. As we've got 7 outs to work with here.
There's that same pitch again as the first one, and he gets the same call, 1-2.
And this breaking ball resembles more the one we saw last night, coming from a different angle, but not extremely sharp. And you can see it coming.
There's a ground ball into the 5-6 hole, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And Jack Carter's on with a 2-out single.
Good piece of hitting by Jack Carter. Didn't try to do too much with 2 strikes there. Barreled that ball up to the 5-6 hole, and Pirates have a little something cooking here with 2 outs. As if Nolan Sykes can find a way on, that's going to flip this lineup for the Pirates. Back to Colony Watson, who's 1 for 1 on the night with a walk.
Catcher pops up like he wants to throw behind Jack over at first, but he does not, as that one missed way outside.
1-0 to the Pirate freshman, Nolan Sykes.
Good bit upstairs with that one, 2-0. It's odd because he's all around the zone, and then he has a streak here where he kind of is all over the place. Comes back into the zone with that one, fouled back into the net. 2-1.
2-0, very aggressive approach from Nolan there. I like it. Got a pitch to hit and fouled it right behind him. I say right back behind the catcher, so he was on it. 2-1 the count, 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th.
Another one fouled straight back into the net. So 2-2.
Could see a little hit and run action here from the Pirates. It's not the worst scenario as he's off. And he is hosed by a country mile. That catcher has a gun. Very quick with the transfer, with the releases. He threw Jack Carter out by about a step and a half or 2 steps.
He did, and that is the 3rd out of the inning, so nothing doing for the Pirates. Going to go into the bottom half of the 5th. Benedictine leads your Pirates by a score of 3-2. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Everyone at South Georgia Insurance Associates wants to wish the Appling County Pirate baseball team a fantastic season. South Georgia Insurance Associates is an independent agency bringing the best in auto, agribusiness, recreational vehicle, church, flood, and business insurance to Baxley and surrounding areas. They work with many different insurance companies to find a plan that's perfect for you. You can learn more about the services and resources that South Georgia Insurance Associates offers and request a quote online at sgiainsurance.com. That's sgiainsurance.com. Go Pirates!
Are you looking for compassionate primary care for you and your family? Someone who can be there for you 7 days a week as needed? Well, look no further than Healthy Community Center in Baxley, where Cheryl Cox and Nicole Lee, family nurse practitioners, provide primary care to patients in Baxley and surrounding areas. If you're looking for a change or for someone who will be there for you when you need them, not just when it's convenient, give us a call at 912-705-2273 and let us take care of you.
All right, welcome back. Going into the bottom half of the fifth as the cadets are due up here. Nolan Sykes still on the mound.
He is, and I did get some clarification from our good pal looking out for staff. So same name, definitely not the same person. Kyle Farmer has been with BC for roughly 8 years, and he's the brother of head coach Kevin Farmer.
I got you. All right, first pitch from Sykes to Conaway.
Or I say former head coach Kevin Farmer, as that one misses up in the zone, but nonetheless, good baseball name.
I'd tell people that's who I was.
Without a doubt. They won't know unless you don't tell them, or unless you do tell them. So
1-1 the count as that one's fouled off and towards the Benedictine dugout. Pirates trailing by 1 in a 3-2 ball game. Big looping breaking ball, got a piece of it and stayed alive. 1-2.
Now, as Conaway was way out in front of that one. Looks like we've possibly got a pinch hitter on deck, Tap. Can't quite get a number yet.
You are correct.
Nolan Sykes fumbling around in his glove a little as he throws the fastball right down Broadway, and Conaway swings right through it for the third strike, and that's going to be out number 1 here in the bottom half of the fifth.
I wish you'd turn where I could get a number.
Yep. So we do have a pinch hitter.
I believe that's number 4, Burst. It is.
Good eyes.
So his first at bat of the night.
So it looks like he is hitting for Sedelko, who is in right field.
And there's a hard ground ball hit over towards Higgins. He lays out for it, and it bounces off his glove. And Burst is going to reach on a base hit.
Very unorthodox stance right there, Taff. I can't say I've seen very many hitters with their back foot pointing towards the catcher's direction. It's almost as if anything is he's not using that back foot for a ton, or that may just feel comfortable with him. That's a first for me. This young man does look like he can run, and he's off.
Here comes the throw from Livingston. He's going to short hop Grayson Hall out of there at second, and not in time.
So he gets in safely, and that pitch was a ball. So 1-0 here to the first baseman, Walker.
And I believe they scored that in error. They didn't give him a hit on that.
Wow. No, they did. They did give him a hit. That second error was from Nolan Sykes earlier.
Well, I'm saying they had 2 hits going into that.
Or they haven't scored it yet and didn't give us an error. One of the two.
Possibly.
But I would definitely give the young man a hit there.
Oh, no doubt.
It was a tough play for sure as Higgins laid out for it.
2-0 turns into 3-0 as he's been all around the plate this at bat, but just does miss.
So the Cadets threatening once again, trying to get a little insurance here late in the game.
3-0. That one's down the middle. 3-1.
Now, as Walker was taken all the way, if he does throw that pitch again, I would expect Walker to be swinging.
Walker, a big, tall, right-handed hitter. They got a big zone. As that one's hit off the fist over towards Higgins. He's able to make the play. And that'll be out number 2.
Big out right there, Taft. As Nolan Sykes fell behind Walker there, 3 balls and no strikes, came all the way back and got him to foul out. So looks like the Cadets have another pinch hitter here. Or are they all running together now? As no, I was thinking of another individual, as this is Murphy, the DH. Right. 0 for 2 on the night. Excuse me. 2 outs here. You've got Burse out at second. Young man runs well, so you would think a single does score him right here. Grayson Hall holding him on.
Swing and a miss by Murphy. Good job by Sykes to get ahead in the count early. And what I did notice there is Burse kept jumping off the bag out at second, and Sykes never even looked at him.
He didn't.
Gives him one look this time. Upstairs and inside, 1-1. To the left-handed Murphy.
Murphy 0 for 2 on the night. Burse is trying to get Nolan Sykes out of his rhythm on the mound. He's bouncing back and forth out there at second base.
Good pitch. They got another swing and a miss now, 1-2. And then the cross fans back there are loud, man.
They sure are. We do not have that sport in our region. As I'll be honest, if we did, I would have probably played it.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but boy, it looks fun.
I had a few cousins up north play lacrosse, and I'm not going to even lie, I was a little jealous we didn't have it anywhere down here in South Georgia.
Yeah, that's been a lot of your private schools and all that's kind of stuck with that. There's the pick off attempt towards second, not in time.
Spin move from Sykes. He chose to go with that one rather than with the inside move. Grayson Hall signaling in. Set of signs once again for Nolan and the infield. 1-2 count here to the cadet DH Murphy. As we do see the H finally flash up there for Burse's hit.
Just a batter and a half late. Great fastball, catches the black on the outer half, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And Sykes works his way out of a little bit of trouble and keeps the score at 3-2 Benedictine over your Pirates. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
When should you call Lisa Pierce at the Lisa Pierce Agency in Baxley? If you drive this. If you fly this. If you ride this. Lisa Pierce is serious about protecting your business investments and toys. Stop and see Lisa Pierce at 395 West Parker Street in Baxley. Or call her at 912-367-4100. She makes it personal.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service is Baxley's trusted auto repair shop. Their skilled and professional team is committed to getting you back on the road without breaking the bank. They do everything from oil changes and tire rotations to battery work and mechanic work. And they offer a 24-hour wrecker service. They even haul heavy equipment. Located on US 1 North of Baxley. Livingston's Garage, locally owned and operated. Give Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service a call today. 367-2459. That's 367-2459.
Top half of the 6th coming up. 9-1-2 due up for the Pirates. Appleton County trailing the Cadets by a score of 3-2. See if we can get something going here, Mason, and get back in this thing.
This would be a prime opportunity. Probably the last time you see the lineup flip here in this game, unless we go into extras.
And there's a line shot out into right field. Right fielder gives it a go. He's not able to be able to get to it. And that's going to be a base hit for Sykes. And that's what you want.
That was the ideal start to the top half of the sixth for the Pirates. Nolan Sykes, first pitch he sees, drives into right center field and gets down right in front of the right fielder. We're going to see a pitch and change, I believe, as the coach does not want to let this one get out of the way, and he's going to bring in a lefty from the bullpen.
See if I can catch that number for you. We'll see if we can get the name and number. We'll give our sponsors another few seconds here. We'll take a short break. Pirates trailing 3-2. Top half of the sixth. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Nothing beats that ride home after winning the big game, especially if you're riding home in your new ride from Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC. Woody's highly trained team has been coached to get you the most car for your money and the most money for your car. Let us go to bat for you. Whether you're looking for the latest, greatest, top-of-the-line sports car or a safe, sensible SUV to take the kids to and from the game, you'll find your perfect ride when you talk to Woody. Together, let's drive to Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC in Baxley.
If you're a Class A CDL holder with at least 2 years of experience, come on out and apply to Williams Brothers Trucking. WBT cares about the safety of their employees, and they want you as a part of their family. They offer great benefits, competitive pay, 401k, health care, and hauls that will have you back home every day. We look forward to working better together with you. Williams Brothers Trucking wants to wish the Appleton County Pirate baseball team good luck this season, and go Pirates.
All right, welcome back. Pitch and change for the Benedictine Cadets by way of number 14, Britt. Some of these we don't have first names, and we do apologize for that. That's how they give them to us.
As Britt's coming in a pretty tough scenario here. Pivotal point in the game. Inherits one runner on, and Nolan Sykes at first base after the leadoff single, and he gets to see the top half of this Pirate lineup. Colony Watson squares to bunt. Third baseman comes charging in. Colin pulls back and watches it for a ball. I'm trying to think if we've seen a lefty this year yet. We didn't see one against Wayne, and I was not present for the Valdosta game. Either way, we haven't seen many, so one of the first looks, and this is a lefty-lefty matchup. He's got a quick move over towards first. No, he didn't get Sykes that time. He does. Is if Colony Watson can see this 5-6 hole right here, 25, the third baseman is creeping in, probably 3-4 steps on the grass. Shortstop's covering second base. And he squares around again as that one's in the dirt. As Britt has a pretty healthy fastball from the left side, but if Colin can play this bunt as if it's a push bunt from a right-handed hitter and push it into that 5-6 hole area, you probably could go first to third. Shortstop's going to break to second. Wouldn't get that risky, but this is in the same spot, and Colin's working 3-0. It is possible. So 3-0 is he's definitely going to be taken right here. The no bunt here. And it misses outside, and the Pirates have got runners on first and second with no outs. Got something cooking now. And a great part of the lineup here is looks like he brought him in to face the lefty, playing matchups here. And we're going to get another pitching change. That we will. And that looks to be, I think, the one that came in as the pinch hitter, Burst, maybe? Is that who we're going to get? That's who he pointed to. Looks like Burst is coming to the infield. Doesn't look like he's in any hurry to get to the mound. Or, never mind, he sure is. And I believe that is him. So we will, while we figure all this out, we'll take another short break. 3-2 is your score. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
They take the pain out of propane. Sykes Propane in Baxley is here to take care of all your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Sykes Propane also sells Warming Trends fire pits, Peterson Real Fire gas logs, Renai water heaters, Generac generators, and True Flame grills and outdoor kitchens. Owners Daniel and Danny Sykes are looking forward to serving you soon. Sykes Propane, located at 2174 Hatch Parkway South in Baxley. Give them a call at 912-367-1151.
There are many ways to establish a working relationship with your bank. Let us help you find the perfect relationship here at Community Bank of Georgia. Our knowledgeable staff is committed to forming a relationship with each customer to provide a sense of unity to obtain the highest level of customer service. Whether you are opening a checking account for your children or opening your first business, experience relationship banking the way it used to be here at Community Bank of Georgia. Come see me, Perry White, or any of our courteous staff at Community Bank of Georgia at 700 West Parker Street in Baxley.
Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
All right, Pirates have it cooking here in the top half of the sixth. They got runners on first and second with nobody out. In the meat of the lineup, Grayson Hall due up. New pitcher on the mound is McCoy, who we've mentioned a few times in this broadcast, Mason.
We sure have. He is their guy going to University of North Carolina, going to be a Tar Heel and take his game to Chapel Hill. And yes, he's probably one of their better velo guys too, if I had to guess. High 80s, low 90s guy. A good ball player and coming in to try to help shut the door here, as I would expect Grayson Hall's going to be scoring around a bunt on the first pitch he sees.
And this is the best spot the Pirates have been in since probably the first inning. They're going to try to pick off the 10th. Nothing doing. Back towards the second base.
Good job of Nolan Sykes not getting carried away with the action from the shortstop there, as Burst was coming in right behind him. I've seen that play work more times than not.
McCoy ready to deliver to Jason, and he's swinging, no bunt.
Okay.
And he hits a major league pop fly foul.
I like it.
I lost that ball.
Yeah, that ball went into the abyss, into the dark Savannah sky here.
And that was a fastball, I believe, and he was way out front.
He was sitting dead red. Did get that front foot down there.
So he did not fool him with the heater.
0-1 to Hall.
And that one's going to miss up and away. 1-1 now.
Looked to be a breaking ball.
Jason Griffiths waits on deck as both of the Pirate runs tonight via the long ball.
As we've kind of lured the corner men, third baseman's playing a step behind the third base bag.
Upstairs, 2-1.
Looks like McCoy is not your typical pitcher, but has two pitches at least, maybe a third, but throws hard. Kind of a closer role, closer mentality, if I had to guess what his role would be in this pitching staff.
I got to think low 90s guy, velo-wise. He's bringing it. Swing and a miss, now 2-2. He got the fastball by him.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes here. I was surprised to see Grayson Hall not scoring around the bunt here. But early on in the season, I like it. Give him an opportunity to do some damage here. Seeing one of the better arms you're going to see all year probably. Let's get acclimated right here.
McCoy steps off the back of the mound.
2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the top half of the 6th, as there is some communication issues between McCoy and the catcher, as the catcher goes out there to get things squared away so they can get on the same page. Big situation right here for the Pirates is prime opportunity to tie things up here and possibly take the lead. You got runners on first and second, nobody out. 2, 3, and 4 due up here as Grayson Hall stands in the box currently with a 2-2 count. Jason Griffiths on deck, and Pirate catcher Nate Livingston in the hole. McCoy does come set now.
He goes off speed, doesn't get the call, 3-2.
Very generous call there from the home plate umpires. I've seen that pitch called a strike almost every time it has come across that spot. Breaking ball could have possibly been a little high where it crossed, but nonetheless, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Pirate shortstop.
There he goes, fastball, and it's foul tip into the catcher's mitt, and that'll be out number 1. And you could tell Grayson was sitting dead red to hold it back.
He was. That's a good approach to have when you've got someone like McCoy on the mound, 90-92. You've got to be sitting on that fastball, or you're more than likely going to be behind it. You can react to that breaking ball. And knowing that he's not a typical starter, he's going to rely on his fastball a lot.
And here's 2 Power 5 commits matching up. Dason Griffiths is in the box.
As they'll probably see each other another time or 2 in the future. Both programs have stellar baseball teams, North Carolina and Tennessee.
He starts him off with the fastball way outside, 1-0.
So 1-0 to the Pirate third baseman. First and second, 1 out.
And he got a call, outer half, 1-1 now. Couldn't quite see what it was.
That was a breaking ball. I thought so, but looked to be more of a slider action than a curveball action, but was a breaking ball. 1-1 to count to Dason.
He goes fastball there upstairs, and Dason fouls it back and out of play.
Power on power here, as McCoy's trying to throw the ball back to the catcher, as he wants a different one.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-2 is your score. Benedictine leading. Pirates runners at first and second with 1 out in the top half of the 6th inning.
Nolan Sykes playing around with McCoy at second.
1-2 on the way. Fastball gets the call. And that's going to be the second out of the inning.
As that would be what I like to see, probably a makeup call from that last breaking ball that went in the favor of the Pirates. So that is back-to-back strikeouts from McCoy. Going to bring up the Pirate catcher, Nate Livingston. First and second, 2 outs.
Pirates do still have a runner in scoring position, the tying run. First pitch from Livingston is belt high down the middle.
Behind the count, no balls, 1 strike.
I say belt high. It was actually above the belt, but that was low and away.
That looked to be a better pitch to me
than the first one.
I would say so myself, but I am not behind the plate calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, we got a tough angle here.
That ball could have very easily been outside. Nonetheless, counts evened up at 1-1.
Went off speed and got him out front, 1-2.
Good-looking changeup. Almost has a splitter action, but whatever it is playing as his changeup. So Livingston swings through that one and falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th. Got Pirate runners on first and second.
Big looping breaking ball in there for called strike 3, and it was a good pitch. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning as Pirates threaten but cannot get anything done. Going to the bottom half of the 6th, Pirates trailing 3-2. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Getting only one fuel bill a month sure saves time and money, and that's just one of the many benefits since Murray Oil and Omaha Oil have teamed up. The combined businesses mean better pricing on most petroleum products. Be sure to fill up at the convenient key pumps just off South Main Street in Baxley, where all grades of fuel are available. And now when you need diesel, they make it easy to get your DEF fluid at the same time with their convenient DEF pump, only at Omaha Oil. Murray Oil and Omaha Oil, working together to better serve you.
Play ball! Woody Folsom Ford is always proud to support the Pirates. When it comes to financing, selection, service, and sales, the team at Woody Folsom Ford knows how to hit it out of the park. Round the bases to Woody Folsom Ford in Baxley and see for yourself.
Let's go!
New or pre-owned, bling or budget, big or small, Woody Folsom Ford has them all. And ask about the lifetime powertrain warranty. It all starts when you talk to Woody.
It's gone!
Go Pirates!
Bottom half of the sixth coming up. 3-2 your score. Cadets still leading your Pirates. As we got a new pitcher on the mound, looks like. It's going to be Jack Carter.
Number 1, Jack Carter, coming in to make his first appearance here in this game. And I think this is his first appearance of the season, isn't it? Or did he get a little action in about Austin?
He did. He got right there in the 7th inning, I believe it was. He come in to close it out.
And Jack's another one, could play a very big role in this Pirate pitching staff this year. Right now, I would have him as our 3 guy as long as he stays healthy and is consistently in the zone.
I would agree with that. As it looks like the defensive changes, I believe we went Sykes back to second. Colin went back to left. And maybe Walls and right.
Caden Walls went back to right field. And the Pirates did fumble a very good opportunity there in the top half of the 6th. Runners on first and second with nobody out. And then Benedictine brought in their closer for a modified save. And he struck 3 Pirates out in a row. Good fastball, and was able to mix in a few breaking pitches there for strikes and had the Pirates all off balance. Very good job by that young man. Tip of the cap to him. So Pirates still have some work to do here.
And what little we did see of Jack in Valdosta, he looked good. Heavy fastball. Good sharp breaking ball.
Long and lanky, got that pop whip action. Looks like a pitcher.
And Carter looks like he's going to face Gardner to start things off, I believe.
8-9-1 for the Cadets.
As that one's going to be foul.
It's coming back.
I think it may stay in play for Livingston.
It is.
And he's not able to make the play, as that is probably the hardest ball to catch in baseball.
It is. As you saw Livingston turn his back to the infield, that ball's got a backspin on it. It's coming back towards the pitcher's mound. Coming back in play. So would have loved to have the out there, but we'll take Jack Carter being ahead in the count 0-1 here to Garner.
Goes for that good breaking ball and gets the call 0-2. Ball started about the middle of the thighs and ended just under the knees.
Pretty sharp breaking ball there from Jack Carter.
0-2. Tries to get him on the inner half. Nothing doing. 1-2.
Still ahead in the count here. He's got a lot to work with. You've got that breaking ball you've already got him on. Possibly fastball inside or breaking ball at the hip.
Jack working quick on the mound. There's a ground ball up the middle. Grayson's going to dive and make the catch, but he's not going to have a chance to throw him out at first. As he covered some ground to even get to that ball.
He did. Took a very good angle on it and slid on the cut of the grass there where the grass meets the infield and corralled it, but time he popped up, he looked and saw that Gardner was about 2 steps away from first base. Smart decision holding on to that ball, and it's going to bring up Ross, the Cadet center fielder. What is he doing his second at bat, Taff?
I believe he walked, but let me double check here. As he's going to square around a bunt, and it's foul down the first base line.
As Benedictine's looking for that insurance run.
Oh, he was hit by a pitch.
Hit by a pitch. So 0 for 1 on the night's what I have him at, E4 and hit by pitch, and Jack Carter gets ahead of Ross as well.
Great pickoff attempt. He didn't have but about 2 steps over there, and that was way closer than it should have been. But he is in there safely. 0-1 the count. 3-2 your score. Cadets still leading by 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Squares around again. He almost popped that one up too much. Livingston gave it a go, but it falls foul.
So 0-2. And that is not what you want in this situation as a head coach when you give the bunt sign 2 times in a row. As he's got 2 opportunities, you'd expect him to get it down in one of the 2, and instead he fouls both of them off.
And he's going to square around again with 2 strikes, and he fouls that one back, and that'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Interesting call. And if I'm not mistaken, was he not the one that bunted a couple of times in a previous at-bat and didn't get the first 2 down?
I don't recall. If I were to say it, I wouldn't be 100% sure, but we're not out of the woods yet, as we do have 1 out, but that flips the lineup back to the shortstop McCoy, 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a stand-up double down the left field line.
And you are back to the top of the lineup in this McCoy. We keep seeming to say his name. Come in and close the door there in the top half of the 6th on the mound. As that pitch was a called strike, by the way.
Breaking ball that Jack Carter started him off with. Very good pitch.
Another quick pickoff move.
Keeping Garner honest there at first base.
Slides in safely head first.
As we need to do the best we can of keeping this game 3-2 going into the top half of the 7th.
About a good old 6-4-3 here. We did it a few times last year, called it, and it happened. Let's manifest it.
I agree with you.
That breaking ball is doing exactly what he wants it to do at the moment. 0-2 is that it's a called strike.
Another very good-looking breaking ball from Jack. And when he's got his stuff, Taft, I remember last year did a very good job coming in a big situation in Pierce County and did shut the door.
Look, when he opened some eyes in that moment.
He did. Looked very good. 0-2 to McCoy.
One hit off of the end of the bat and into the Pirate dugout.
So that's 3 straight breaking balls to McCoy as a hitter. You're now flirting with sitting on that breaking ball, but you know better. As right when you do it, he'll bring that 85, 87-mile-an-hour fastball, and it'll play like 92 or 93. So 0-2 to McCoy.
Right back to the breaking ball, and it locked him up. Never took the bat off his shoulder, and that'll be out number 2. And he has them off balance with that pitch.
He does, as that was 4 straight breaking balls. It's going to bring up, looks like Ludwig. It is Ludwig.
I have him 0 for 2 on the night.
Yep, 0 for 2 with a walk. So 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Right back to the breaking ball. That's 5 in a row, I believe, but it's a called strike, 0-1.
5 in a row, and as hitters, you're thinking about it, and
see if Benedictine makes anything happen on the bases here. Ground ball hit over towards Nolan Sykes. Fields on a big high 2-hop. And throws over in time, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And the Pirates have got 3 outs to make something happen here, Mason.
They sure do, Taff. As Cole Higgins did a great job of getting back to the bag there. As I thought he was off the bag for a split second, but got back for the 3rd out of the inning. Is going to take us to the top half of the 7th. Your Pirates need 1 to tie things up here. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Trinity Electrical Services is proud to provide the absolute best in industrial and commercial lighting. Folks from all around trust Trinity. They set the industry standard in industrial and commercial contracting work, including sports field lighting and airfield construction. Give owner Chad Hutchinson a call today. 912-366-7773. Again, that number, 912-366-7773. Trinity Electrical Services, located at 2317 Golden House West, Suite 4 in Baxley.
Looking for the perfect manufactured or modular home? Look no further. Introducing Uri's Home Center, your premier manufactured home dealer serving Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. At Uri's Home Center, we're committed to finding you the ideal manufactured or modular home that fits your lifestyle and budget. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a growing family, or looking to downsize, we have the home for you. Call us today, 912-240-0111, or visit us on the web at uris.com. That's YUREZZ.com. Promotional offers and availability may vary. See store for details.
Top half of the seventh coming up. Pirates have 3 outs to find a run here in a 3-2 ball game. And we're going to lead things off here with NJ Nance. So it'll be 5, 6, 7 due up.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, we need one to keep it going here. And we'd go to the bottom half of the seventh at least. Looks like it's going to be NJ, and Landon Anderson is getting a few swings in, loosening up here. Could possibly be a pinch hitter in this situation.
And they're going to keep McCoy on the mound.
I would expect nothing less. Coming in to get the 6-out save.
And if you're a Benedictine fan or a Benedictine coach, you would agree with that statement as well. I don't see why you would turn to anybody else. As good as he looked in that last half.
Your leadoff hitter, your starting shortstop, and your closer all in one. 5, 6, 7 due up for your Pirates. 3 outs to play with. We need one to keep it going here.
First pitch fastball up and away. 1-0 the count, and we got a pinch hitter on deck, I believe.
Landon Anderson. Now, this youngin has sprouted a few more inches since the last time I've seen him.
1-0 fastball hit off the end of the bat. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop. He's going to field, and he's going to have to put it in his pocket as Nance is just too quick getting down the line.
And that will be Nance's first hit of the night in a very timely manner. What do you think right here, Taff? Catcher's been about spot on throughout the night. I would classify Nance as one of our top 2 or 3 guys on the base path. I agree. I'd have to feel the situation out, and if we need to make something happen right here, this is the guy I'd want on first base.
I think I'd wait and see what happens in the counts here, but
I would. I'd give Anderson at least 1 or 2. Big youngin, find the barrel, run into one right here.
Any other catcher, I'd probably say take a shot, but man, he's so good. Good fastball right down the middle, 0-1 to Anderson.
Oh and 1 to Landon.
Pick-off attempt. As they're thinking the same thing what we're talking about. As they know Nance has good speed, and you got to think they're looking for it.
They are. Trailing by 1. We need to at least tie the ball game right here. And if we can get Nance in the scoring position, that would be ideal.
He's getting a good lead at first. 0-1 breaking ball. Catches outer half, 0-2. I thought that was a bit outside, but he got the call.
I did too. That change-up splitter action, I can't put my finger on it. 0-2 here to Anderson. Nance gets his lead off of first. J.E. Sykes awaits in the on-deck circle.
Pick-off attempt, as was bang, bang. But we got the call in there safely.
0-2 here to the Pirate pinch hitter, Landon Anderson.
There's another breaking ball. That one's upstairs. 1-2.
Right here, still got to be sitting dead red.
Took the words out of my mouth. Another pickoff attempt, not even close that time. Yeah, I think I'm sitting dead red, and if it comes curveball and he gets me, he just tip of the cap, but you know what his bread and butter is, and it's that fastball.
That is it. Old farm boy fastball right there. Reach back and throw it as hard as you can.
Especially with good speed on first. And they're going to ask for a check swing. And they got the call for out number 1. It's a tough call.
That's going to bring up J.E. Sykes. They saw the ball very well last night. Nance gets another aggressive lead off of first.
Way outside, 1-0 to Sykes. 3-2 still your score. Pirates have a runner on first. We're down to our last 2 outs. Good speed on the bases for the Pirates in Nance.
Very good. Ball in the gap could possibly tie this game.
Another pickoff attempt. Another close play, but in there safely.
Yeah, he's been very adamant that he does not want Nance to take second base here.
That's what would make me hesitant to want to steal here in this situation, on top of already a very good top-time catcher.
Very good catcher.
Up above the letters now, 2-0, and he's got ahead in the count quickly as J.E. Sykes.
As he let up on that pitch once again and seems to be out of his rhythm up there. I don't know what's going on. More than meets the eye, I feel like.
2-0. Catcher had to reach out to that one, and he got the call. That's the first one I think I would really argue.
Yeah, unless the catcher was set up inside and he went all the way back across the plate. But I don't think that was the case. 2-1 to Sykes. 3-2 is your score in favor of Benedictine. And time is called by J.E. Sykes. Good job of dictating this at bat. N.J. Nance is your lone runner on first base via the infield hit to lead off the top half of this 7th.
Pickoff attempt, not in time.
As yes, you right here in this situation, you do kind of want to be aggressive, but at the same time, like you said, Taff, this young man's been pitch, pick off, pick off, pick off. No true rhyme or reason.
He reared back and got a piece there and threw that one, but it was a little bit upstairs, 3-1.
He did. His coaching staff is pacing a little over there in the Benedictine dugout. Is starting to think this could possibly be McCoy's first outing of the season. And
he dropped it. Was he on the rubber?
He was not. That's exactly what I was about to say. He had not engaged yet. But you can tell he's not shaking up out there, but he is not comfortable at all like he was.
I agree with you.
I don't know what's going on, and it's not
a lot of pace.
Yeah, not your typical I can't find the strike zone pace.
He gets another call on the outer half, 3-2 now.
Looked like a changeup there. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
See, right now, he walks all the way to the umpire.
Yeah.
And just walks circles behind the mound.
I don't know what's going on, but something is. 3-2 to J.E. Sykes. Steps off the back of the mound.
Full count pitch here.
Still can't forget about Nance at first. No.
He stays put. as that pitch catches the outside corner. And that's going to be the second out of the inning.
And that's going to bring up Jack Carter. Jack Carter singled in the 5-6 hole his last at bat. 5-6 hole is wide open here.
Upstairs and away, 1-0.
As the third baseman's about a body length off of the line, and your shortstop is
on the back,
literally. You have not your usual, and I guess I understand where you're at in the lineup. McCoy is not your typical high school pitcher, got better velo than most, but still. If I'm playing there as a shortstop, I about know what pitch is coming.
Well, Jack Carter's already hit one in the 5-6 hole.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Must be full-blown fastballs as a shortstop playing there. And that was not a fastball.
It was not. 2-0 as it missed outside. And I thought that pitch was very similar to the one they just rung up Sykes on. They've been a little further out.
2-0 to Jack Carter, who came in and did a great job in relief on the mound, holding these cadets to where they were.
Another pickoff attempt. Very close play, but not in time.
As the entire Benedictine dugout was jumping up and down as they thought that was the one, and so did the left fielder. He jumped up and put his knees in his chest. But we'll do it again here. Jack Carter steps back in. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the top half of the 7th.
Way up in the zone now, 3-0. And he's really struggled to find the zone the last 2 or 3 batters.
He hasn't. Definitely looks like a completely different pitcher than what we saw last time.
Velo hasn't changed much, but just, finding the zone. He found it that time, 3-1.
Of course, 3-0. Hasn't thrown a strike in the past 6 pitches, but that one's going to be right down Broadway. Never fails. Still got 2 to play with here, Jack Carter. Do not have to swing at his pitch here. You did get a good one.
Yeah, that was a bad call. And he got the call.
That was a very bad call. I will agree with that one. That fastball was up in the zone, but McCoy got the call. So it's going to be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th. Your Pirates are down to their last strike here. Nance will be off on the pitch.
The payoff pitch is on the way. Actually not. First baseman wasn't on the first base bag on the pickoff attempt. It gets into the corner. Nance is going to get to second easily and slam on the brakes right there.
And there, as a pitcher, you've got to tell yourself mentally that I've got a 3-2 count at the plate. Yes, the tying run is on first, but that is the risk you run when you attempt that pickoff instead of focusing solely on the batter at hand. Is the runner at first is fast, but you just tip your hat. Go ahead and give it to him rather than throw it down the right field line. That's just my take. I'd rather focus on the batter and get that runner out of my mind mentally for that pitch.
First baseman clearly didn't know it was coming. He never moved. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed by Jack Carter, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning and the end of the ball game. For the Benedictine Cadets, he's going to come out on top by a score of 3-2 here in this first game of a 3-game tournament for the Pirates. Great baseball game, and I'd even say that was a playoff-type atmosphere.
Very good baseball game. That Benedictine Cadets team is definitely a playoff-caliber baseball team and does resemble several teams that we ran into last year and several playoff baseball teams that I believe we'll see this year. But nonetheless, great baseball early on in the season. Pirates did come up on the short end of the stick here, as you hate to see, but some more quality baseball that we love to get in here early on in the season.
It was a great game. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back to wrap this one up, have some player interviews for you, I believe, and maybe Coach Griffiths. So you're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
You've reached Cody's cell phone. Please leave me a message after the beep and I'll call you back. Hey man, listen, I know your trailer's busted and you want to borrow mine, but I'm going to need it this weekend. So just do what I did. Go to Down to Earth Trailers in Baxley. Their parts showroom is huge. They will hook you up with everything you need to get your trailer up and running like brand new. They have a huge selection. They've been in business for over 20 years, so you know they're in it for the long haul. Give Down to Earth Trailers a call at 877-363-3007.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
See Rents and Rents Insurance on South Main Street in Baxley or call 912-367-1479 for all your insurance needs. Let's go for a slice. Village Pizza in Baxley has the best pizza around. Everybody knows that, but did you know they've also got a variety of delicious cheese sticks, fresh sandwiches, and barbecue and hot wings? Why not treat yourself to the lunch buffet? It's chock full of just about everything your heart and stomach desires, and it's available from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. They've got a party room in the back, perfect for birthday parties and meetings. Village Pizza on North Main Street in Baxley, open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Give Village Pizza a call, 912-367-9851.
Are you looking for compassionate primary care for you and your family? Someone who can be there for you 7 days a week as needed? Well, look no further than Healthy Community Center in Baxley, where Cheryl Cox and Nicole Lee, family nurse practitioners, provide primary care to patients in Baxley and surrounding areas. If you're looking for a change or for someone who will be there for you when you need them, not just when it's convenient, give us a call at 912-705-2273 and let us take care of you.
All right, welcome back. And what is our first loss of the season after we had a big win last night against the Wayne County Yellow Jackets in a tight baseball game and another tight game here tonight. Pirates jumped out early in this game, Mason, 2-0 on a home run by Dason Griffiths. Benedictine was able to come back and knot it up in the bottom half of the second at 2 apiece. Then back there in the fourth, they was able to put that third run on, and that was all they needed.
That was it. Finished it up with a final score of 3-2, and I guess a common theme both games here at the beginning of the season, Pirates start out hot, jump out to an early lead, and kind of hit cruise control tap, and we out-hit the Cadets tonight 5-4, but ultimately 2 errors did hurt us, and played a key factor in that bottom half of the second rally by BC, and where they went on to tie the baseball game, and then, like you said, tacked one more on in the bottom half of the fourth, which ultimately was all they needed. But, yeah, the Pirates just have to do a better job of playing a full baseball game, playing all 7 innings, and looks like we've played about 7 or 8 innings out of 14 so far this year, so play a little more complete game and continue on with it. And, yeah, we'll see some more quality baseball tomorrow, Taft.
That we will. Looking at your box score, what I found interesting here, too, Pirates had 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. The Cadets had 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. But we actually out-hit them. We did have 2 more errors, and that's something I think we got to clean up throughout the year. We've had a few here and there that have kind of come back to bite us. But we get that cleaned up, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, pitchers have not looked much better than what they did when they came in the game. Little inconsistent right off the bat, but yeah, Jared Dean, Nolan Sykes did a great job of coming in the game and keeping the Cadets a very good baseball team at bay where they were. Caden Walls looked pretty sharp himself. And Jack Carter picked right up where he left off last year from what I remember. Good-looking breaking ball and had the Cadets very off balance in a very tough part of their lineup. So a bunch of promising things looking at it. from the outside looking in, positive things moving on into day 2 of this tournament, and a lot of positive things to look forward to when we really need them during region play.
Well, and you mentioned the pitching. You know, that's a lot of young guys coming in a huge game against a very good playoff caliber baseball team in Benedictine. As I will guarantee you, they definitely have the potential to make a run. And if you look at their last 6 or 7 years, you know, they're making Elite 8, Final Four, state championship runs typically year after year.
Oh, yeah, that 21 Mayor's team that they lost to in the state championship could possibly be one of the best high school baseball teams I've ever watched with my own 2 eyes. And then if you go on to the year after in 22, I am 99% sure that is Kumar Rocker's senior year at North Oconee.
It was.
And if I'm not mistaken, those boys were like 33 or 34-0 rolling into the state championship series.
And they were. That was a very good North Oconee baseball team. And they just fell short to them. But nonetheless, my point being, this is a very good baseball team. Parents got nothing to hold their head down about. You take it and you learn from it, and we'll move on. And it's a long season. We still got a lot of baseball left in front of us, including 2 games tomorrow. We're going to lead things off, I think, with Social Circle at 2 o'clock, and then we'll finish it up with Liberty County at 5 o'clock. And we will have that coverage for you here on 96.7.
And then head on back to, I'd say, close to home and take it over to Wayne County and have a nice meeting with the Yellow Jackets once again, as that's always a great game. But, yeah, Pirates have nothing to hang their heads about. A lot of young guys getting a lot of quality playing time here. And like you said, this will be great for them come playoff time. Come region time, it's different baseball, different atmosphere. It's good to go ahead and get exposed to very quality baseball like this early on in the season, especially when you're young and you don't have that much playing time at the varsity level.
That's exactly right. So the Pirates going to come up short here in the first game of this tournament in Savannah, Georgia, against the Benedictine Cadets by a score of 3-2. We'll see if we can turn it back around and get it back on track tomorrow. We'll have Social Circle at 2 o'clock. We'll try to get on air about 1:50 for you. So if you can't get over here to Savannah and watch the game, we'd love for you to join us on air. We'll have all the action for you. That's going to about wrap it up here for us. You've been listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
You've been listening to Appleton County Pirate Baseball on the Big Wolf 96.7. This broadcast has been brought to you by Community Bank, Rents & Rents Insurance, Sykes Propane, Down to Earth Trailers, Woody Folsom Ford, Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC, Uri's Home Center, Trinity Electric, Murray Oil, Village Pizza, South Georgia Insurance Agency, Williams Brothers Trucking, Healthy Community Center, the Lisa Pierce Farmers Insurance Agency, and Omaha Building Systems. Thank you to our sponsors.